1998. I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains. Soon after, the news was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of a secret viral experiment conducted by the international pharmaceutical enterprise, Umbrella.
Welcome to Let's Play Resident Evil 4 here at Trippy Commentaries. This is the very first Resident Evil game that we will play for the channel. We will eventually play through every single one leading up to the new Resident Evil 7 whenever they do get around to releasing that. But this is my personal favorite game in the series. Definitely a good one to start off with. I'm RJ, and I'm joined by C-Dub. What's up, Corey?
Not much, man. I'm ready to get right on into this Resident Evil series. We're going to start it off here with 4, one of my favorites. And we may end up jumping around a little bit. Definitely, guys out there, drop us in the comments and let us know, after Resident Evil 4, what you want us to take on next in the Resident Evil franchise.
Yes, and if you're watching this far after we release this, then sit back, enjoy the ride, as we will be getting into a very epic storyline. A lot's going to happen, but we're starting off here in the woods with Leon Kennedy, the star of Resident Evil 2. This, of course, is a much better beginning than the ones you saw, of course, the introductions in Resident Evil 1, 2, 3. This is a lot more like a movie. This feels like something that could be released on the big screen, as it just pulls you into the storyline immediately. It's a little bit of a stretch because we are going after the president's daughter. Certainly pretty serious, but we'll see what dangers lie ahead. This is a Resident Evil game, so we can only assume we will be facing zombies.
It was right before I was to take on my duties of protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted.
Security guard looks like he's taking a leak there.
Yeah, it seems we've taken a little break here. It doesn't look like somewhere I would stop to relieve myself necessarily.
Yes, we don't see much of these guys, but we'll definitely want to keep them in mind. The Policia. We have someone in the woods. It must be a zombie. Now, we are in Europe in this game here to start off with. The Umbrella Corporation seen in the first Resident Evil games is no longer in existence. And we're far away from the mansion that we started this whole series off at in Resident Evil 1. And, of course, Raccoon City is also where Resident Evil 2 took place. That was when Leon was a brand new cop. His first day on the job was a crazy one. Now, apparently, he is a big-time federal officer or something. He's going after the president's daughter, so he must be pretty serious here, Corey.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, as we know now, up at this point in Resident Evil 4, Raccoon City is just a distant memory. In the annals of history, it has been wiped completely off the map.
Yes, rightfully so. Ah, yes. Here we have the Metal Gear Solid-esque radio system, Hunnigan, Ingrid Hunnigan.
Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's name's Ashley Graham, right?
That's right.
Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Whoever this group is, they sure picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
I'll try to find some more information on my end as well.
Good.
As I mentioned, a pretty intricate storyline. It's only just getting started. And a common complaint you'll hear about this game is just that it's not as creepy as some of the other Resident Evil games, but the beginning of the game is probably one of the creepiest environments of any Resident Evil game. This village here in the woods is really something else, and pretty much just grips you into the environment right away. The graphics are unbelievable for the GameCube era that it came out on. Also, I believe the original Xbox and PlayStation 2. Now, we are playing this on the Xbox 360, so I'm definitely going to have to get the controls under control. Try to figure this out. Corey, when you beat Resident Evil 4, what system did you play it on?
Well, I've played it both with you originally on the GameCube, which was a lot of fun. We definitely have a long history playing the Resident Evil games together. Those are a common favorite of ours. I did also play Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, which allowed you to use both the classic controllers or the Wii controller, which I thought was pretty cool. But pretty much every version of this game I've played has been great. What's this here Leon has stumbled upon?
It looks like a friendly villager. Maybe he can help us.
I was wondering if he
Doesn't appear to be a zombie.
Photograph?
No? He's not coming to eat our brains.
He doesn't speak English. Whoa! That's not a very good way to welcome a new guest into your village.
No, not at all. I'm afraid we're going to have to give this guy a hot lead injection, RJ.
It appears as if we have no choice but to shoot him. I gotta find the shoot button first here. Okay, we have the knife button. I'm assuming it is the right trigger. There we go. Suppose I probably should have done a practice session before starting this. There we go.
No.
Don't worry, I got it under control. He is trying to evade me. One of the secrets in this game is to shoot the enemies in the knees. There he goes. Uh-oh. Well, there goes our ride.
Shit.
Oh, boy.
Let's see what Hunnigan thinks about this.
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize it. There are still others surrounding the area.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
Perhaps looks like we're going against some sort of terrorist organization here, Corey. I mean, no zombies as of yet, and just some guy with an axe. No guns as of yet as well.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy was pretty, as Leon said, pretty hostile. Something's definitely going on here. But, something to touch on quickly here in the beginning of this Resident Evil 4 playthrough is how much of a change there was from the playstyle of Resident Evil 3 with the camera perspectives, the fixed camera perspectives, moving on to this, a little bit more of an action-based game.
Yes, that was a pretty crazy sight we just saw under the stairs there. It appears as if they've killed a lot of people, it says. But, oh man, it was a huge step in a different direction. I mean, that's to say the least, but it really worked out. As we already touched on, it definitely took a little bit away as far as the scariness of the game, the frightening level of it. But it still worked. Definitely need some life here. Let's see what we have in our inventory. We do have a first aid spray. I hate to use it this early, but that's okay. But it definitely turned it into more of an action-adventure style game. And this opening sequence here, this first level here in this village, definitely has some scares to it, that's for sure. As I take advantage of the kick maneuver, definitely something you want to do. It takes out multiple guys pretty easily. But,
that was one of my favorite additions to this game was the improvement and the addition of the melee attack you can follow up after the shooting. It's certainly a way, to conserve ammunition and deal that final blow. I'm sure we're going to end up using that. It's going to come into play quite a bit here as we play this game.
Yes. I also have to figure out the quick turn maneuver. Definitely bear with me, guys, as I get the controls, obviously well known for myself. I have beaten this game for the GameCube probably about 3 or 4 times. I've played it on the PS2, and this is the first time I'm playing it with the Xbox controller. Shouldn't be too difficult, although there's certainly a lot more buttons than there was on the GameCube, that's for sure. So we have cleared out this first area. What did you think about the change in controls and, of course, the change in camera style? As you mentioned, Corey, I mean, it definitely has much better controls, but I think the fact that we're more of a force to be reckoned with is probably one of the reasons why some people feel it's not nearly as scary as those more retro games.
Yeah, perhaps so. I think a lot of the main complaints about this game, if I can recall, whenever it first came out, one of the complaints was the departure from the traditional Resident Evil, as we saw in 1, 2, and 3 playstyle. This was a pretty drastic change, but it certainly grew on me. I feel like this playstyle, of course, which carried over to Resident Evil 5, that was a little bit more of an extension of it that improved upon it. But one thing to touch on again is the location. I mean, in 1, 2, and 3, it was still all centered around Umbrella, around viruses, and of course, mostly around Raccoon City. So, it was definitely a big departure and a big step for Capcom. I feel like this one was a little bit more of a sure step than perhaps the jump was from 5 into Operation Raccoon City and 6, which we're certainly going to cover later. If you're watching this after we have finished, you can probably go check that out if we do have it. I'm sure we're going to get to it at some point.
Yes.
But, I feel like, after 3, there was definitely a time for it to change. It was moving on from a new system, from the PlayStation onto the next, onto the PS2 and the GameCube. So, it was definitely a much needed change, and over time I've felt like it's really grown on me, and I mean, this is one of my favorites. I'm sure it is yours as well.
Yeah, it is my favorite Resident Evil game, with the Resident Evil 1 remake a close second. Let's see if we can shoot some of these crows here. I think you get a nice little bonus item there, possibly some health or some ammo. Hold still. There you go.
I have a question, RJ. If I'm not mistaken, weren't the BSAA emblems introduced in this game?
I think they were, absolutely. Yeah, I believe they were. We'll definitely have to look out for those, as I've decided to save the wolf here. Hopefully that comes in handy down the road. Gotta watch out for the bear traps as we make our way through the very first path of the game. I mean, look at this sign here. Definitely very creepy. We have no idea what to expect as we venture further into the neighborhood. I'm sure the other residents will not be as, they'll probably be a little bit more equipped than just one axe. So we'll have to watch out for that, as we have some explosive booby traps here. It appears as if these terrorists have some heavy-duty equipment. Oh, here we have some more. This guy's got a pitchfork.
He does not look very friendly, RJ. Let's go ahead and neutralize this threat.
He looks familiar. Let's take him out here. Alright, he is dead. Now, one thing I don't know if you guys noticed, we did grab a hand grenade, so that's definitely a nice thing to obtain early on, as this game gets started off really quickly. We're about to head into a pretty crazy area. In fact, it's one of the most difficult areas of the entire game. Okay, I hear some people screaming. Oh, there they are. Let's go ahead and run off, get a good position. One of the key tactics in this game is just to funnel everybody in towards you. You cannot have guys surrounding you. It's crucial to have them all coming in from one area, because you can take advantage of that kick maneuver, get rid of multiple guys, and also, as I already mentioned, make sure to aim for the knees, as I missed there. I couldn't see the knee in the shrubbery. And this is really just the easy parts of the game. I mean, these guys are not heavily equipped at all, and we should have no problem taking them out. It'll get harder a lot faster. I mean, we will come across machine guns, Gatling guns, laser guns, everything, but we'll also increase our inventory as well. What do we have here? This is a good thing, Corey. No sex discrimination.
Wow. They are, yeah, we have got to find Ashley ASAP. If we don't find the president's daughter, something really bad is going to happen.
Yes, the president will have our balls in a vice grip if we do not rescue her in time. Luckily for us, Leon definitely has a lot of experience in situations like these. Let's see here. Some of these guys don't grab items, damn it. Stingy bastards. Uh-oh. These guys are just watching us from the hilltop here. Appears they want no part of us, and they are walking away.
Oh, excellent.
I think I see a guy trying to be sneaky here, C-Dub.
Oh, we're going to have to take him out somehow. What about that hand grenade you had?
Well, we will be needing that hand grenade for the next part, as I get chopped in the head. Bastard. As we will be surrounded by basically the whole village, and we will come across one of the most memorable enemies in the game, the Chainsaw Baghead Men. Do you remember those guys, C-Dub?
Oh, yes. There's going to be some other enemies in this game who employ the use of chainsaws that are most definitely memorable.
Yeah, probably my favorite thing about the game is the enemies with chainsaws. Unfortunately, that guy chopped me, so I suppose I will use one herb. That should be enough. We still have one more. And through this door, we will be entering a extremely chaotic section of the game. Things are going to get crazy. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode of Let's Play Resident Evil 4, because the shit's about to hit the fan. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the next episode. Stay trippy.